Hey everyone, Ashley Mailloux here with the DRF. Coast to Coast Pick 5 action returns this Saturday, April 8th. It gets kicked off at Santa Anita Park with their third race. And of course, I put a ticket together. We're going to look at this first leg right here. Mile on the turf, an allowance optional claiming event, $75,000 purse. It ends up being a field of 8. I thought it was kind of wide open. I think the number 6, Cash Equity, the morning line favorite, looks tough, but I could also make a case for the number 5, Time to Party, who I think is going to get a good trip in here. I think this horse raced very well 2 starts back. Last time out, maybe a mile and an eighth was a tad too far for him. So I like seeing him go back to a mile. And then the 7, Carmelita's Man. This horse disappointed at a mile and an eighth also last time out, but 2 starts back was really able to rally after having some pace to run at late. And I think this one certainly is intriguing. A 4-time winner at Santa Anita Park on the turf course. And just going back to Cash Equity, really nice win last time out, was forwardly placed at a mile and an eighth and got a 91 buyer speed figure for that winning effort. So for me, 3 horses in this opening leg. I'll go to Gulfstream Park for their 8th race, which is also on the turf. It's at a mile and a 16th. Allowance optional claiming event. Looking at the morning line in here in the race, I thought this was a interesting race to go through. For me, I use the number 2, Swan Lake, from a pace perspective. I think Swan Lake should be forwardly placed in here. And with the way the turf course plays at Gulfstream Park, that's certainly not a bad thing. I also use the number 6, Sendero, who's the opposite story. This horse always has a ton of work to do late. This horse has had some excuses. You look at that race, 3 back. The replay speaks volumes. This horse had a ton of trouble, had to really severely check in the stretch. So draw a line through that, and 2 starts back. Ran very well at this level, but still wasn't able to get the job done because he had no horses beaten early on. So the hotter the pace, the better for Sendero. And then the number 7, English Painter, also a horse that could be maybe slightly forwardly placed here. Was a nice winner 2 starts back, and then more recently was second on the turf at Tampa. And I just thought English Painter, was maybe sneaky in this leg. We'll go to Santa Anita Park for their 5th race, mile and a quarter on the turf course. It's a grade 2, Charlie Whittingham. The big 2 in here, there's certainly a number 6, Master of Foxhounds, and the 7, Gold Phoenix. So I feel like if you're structuring a ticket, you have a strong opinion. Maybe a single here. Maybe you use 2. I just thought a horse that, to me, could get an upset in here was the horse on the rail, the number 1 here, Opry. I thought this horse ran better than it looks on paper last out. Thought this horse would really appreciate getting another try at a mile and a quarter. So I'm going to give him another chance here because I think if he wins, we will see a bit of a price in this leg. And the way that the pick 5 has been paying, I don't mind adding a horse here. And another reason I don't mind adding a horse is that Gulfstream's 10th race, the next leg, this was a race I thought you either had to spread or single. And when we take a look at this race here at Gulfstream Park, it's 6 furlongs on the dirt, an allowance optional claiming event. It's not a big field. It's a field of 7. So you could take coverage if you structure your other legs differently. I single here, which is why I was able to spread in that other race. I think the number 6, Gangly, is very tough. I handicapped this race without a morning line, and to see him at 8 to 5, I mean, I guess that, gives me more confidence in terms of where I think he'll finish. But just looking at his last race, I think anything close to that, I think he beats this field. Other horses have stamina issues, whether it's at 6, 6.5. He doesn't. He ran really game last time out, a 94 buyer speed figure, and 3 starts back. He was able to win against State Bred. So for me, I'm all in on Gangly here. And then to wrap it up, Santa Anita's feature race this Saturday. It's the grade 1 Santa Anita Derby, field of 9. I used 2 horses in here. I think a lot of people are going to be looking at the number 5, Practical Move. I do think he's the one to beat. Has a very impressive record, but I do think the 3, Go Rocket Ride, should improve. Second time going long. It ran very well behind Practical Move last time out, so I threw him in my ticket. So overall, you'll see my ticket now. Very affordable play. With that single, it ends up just being a $54 ticket. So hopefully we're alive and can get to the last leg here. But if there's an upset in any of these earlier legs, I think this could pay pretty decent on Saturday. Good luck.